yesterday when the doorbell rang. Lo and behold, it was my husband's coworker. I do not particularly like her. She's always given me pick-me vibes, called herself a work wife once, etc. But I have never been rude to her. I rarely see her. She sells insurance for Primerica on the side, and when she started, I told my husband right away, this is an MLM, and he needs to tell her to get out. He apparently tried, but she dismissed him, saying you can't make millions at a 9 to 5. She said she was in the neighborhood on a sales call and decided to pay us a visit. Super weird, because we're not friends, or even friendly. We've never seen each other outside of work-related events. We're like, fine, whatever, come in. Not even a minute after she sat down, she started talking about how happy she is. She started with Primerica, how much money she's made. She loves being able to help people. It gave her a purpose, etc. We politely replied that that's great for her. She kept monologuing for a bit longer, then turned to me and says, "Don't you want more in life?" I was so taken aback, it took me a few seconds to process what she said. I said, not in the sense of working for a pyramid scheme. I love having benefits and paid time off. She started talking about how I need to be more ambitious, and it will make my husband respect me more. At this point, my husband, who is the chillest guy ever, gets up, points to the door, and says, "Get out." She starts backtracking, saying how she means well. My husband interrupts her saying, "Get out." As she's scrambling to put on her boots and coat, he says to her, "I'm filing a complaint with HR about this bullshit." She still tried to talk, but we didn't let her, and she finally left. Today, I received this message from her on Instagram. What she said about my husband mentioning it, it's about me not liking my new manager, and maybe applying for an opening at my husband's workplace. Huns are absolutely unhinged. That's nothing new, but I cannot imagine that talking to someone that way, and bringing them down and insulting them, would actually make them want to work with you. I'm just gonna block her and move on. Even though this wasn't the point of the original post, a lot of the commenters were interested in knowing more about Jenny's pick-me behavior and her obvious interest in my husband. So I've compiled a list of shit she's said and done over the 5 years I've known her. Some of it is pick-me. Some of it is just weird. All of it is loser behavior. For context, I, 32F, have been with husband Tristan, 36M, since 2013, married in 2022. Tristan has been working at an import/export company since 2017. The pick-me in question, Jenny, late 20s, female, joined the company in 2020. The company consists of 3 teams, one of which is managed by Tristan, and a small admin team to do the paperwork, which Jenny is a part of. When Jenny first started, I noticed relatively quickly that she had a thing for Tristan, and he was completely oblivious to it. Once I pointed it out, he started noticing it more, and started telling me stuff she did or said. She would compliment him often, ask him out to lunch, on her dime, ask him to go to the gym together so he can give her tips, etc. Now, Tristan is an incredibly professional guy, and cares deeply about his career. So he was refusing all of it, and blocking her attempts, but in a polite manner, as he didn't want to cause drama, which could impact his standing in the company. At last year's holiday party, Tristan got Jenny for Secret Santa gift exchange, and upon finding out he is her Secret Santa, she said, "Oh, this vase is beautiful. You made your work wife happy." To which my husband, without skipping a beat, said, "Dave is my work wife." A few weeks prior to the company's annual summer barbecue 2 years ago, Jenny sent Tristan a team message to specifically inquire if I would be at the barbecue, as it was going to take place close to my due date. He told her that most likely neither of us will be there, regardless of whether I had given birth, as I was heavily pregnant and didn't feel like going to events. Jenny then went on a long monologue how he works so hard and needs a break, and will benefit from going to the barbecue. Tristan said, "No thanks. We ended up not going, but she sent Tristan a picture the day of her in a very tight tank top and short shorts next to the barbecue, holding a sausage in her hand. The message said something like, "You're missing all the fun." My husband sent her a picture of our son, born the previous day, with the message, "No, I'm not." At the holiday party a few years ago, Jenny came to our table, asking Tristan to dance. He said, "I only dance with my wife." Then she started slow dancing with another coworker, but she kept looking over at our table, along with laughing obnoxiously loudly, to make sure Tristan was looking at them. To make him jealous, I guess. Tristan was working on his lobster pasta, which is his favorite food, and didn't even notice. A few months ago, I dyed my hair red, and apparently my husband was gushing at work about how much he liked it, how I looked like Poison Ivy, who is his favorite villain, etc. The following week, Jenny walks in with her newly dyed red hair. At the holiday party, which took place 5 months after my son was born, Jenny's face dropped when she saw me. She expected me to stay at home, but I needed the night out, and we didn't stay long anyway. She approached me acting very concerned that I left my child, and wouldn't he miss me, that it must have been expensive to pay a babysitter. My mom was watching him. During the same party, Tristan's other coworkers were all over me, asking me questions about the baby, telling me I lost weight. I hadn't. They were being polite. When Jenny starts talking about how intermittent fasting really helped her, and it might help me get back in shape. At this point, another coworker, Maria, also an admin team, hates Jenny, said, "What do you mean? She's skinnier than you?" Which I really wasn't. But Jenny didn't have a retort. At some point, she tried acting like a brat to my husband, complaining how he never had lunch with her, to which he said that unless he was taking a client out to lunch, he was eating at his desk so he can leave earlier to get home to his wife and kid. Shocking. When my son was 3 months old, we went to visit Tristan in his office. Jenny was standing at reception, and the look she gave me as I was approaching with the stroller was absolutely despicable. She walked away before the reception could open the door for me. I was talking to the rest of the coworkers. I realized that Jenny was the only one not there, and I was told that she had a family emergency and had to leave quickly. The straw that broke the camel's back for Tristan was 3 months ago, when Jenny offered him a concert ticket and a spa ticket, saying she was supposed to go with a friend, but they canceled. This is the point that Tristan got fed up, after literal years of this, and told her very clearly that he was not interested in having any sort of relationship with her outside of work, romantic or otherwise. Jenny got offended, saying that's not what she was after, and he just worked so hard, and she was trying to be his friend. After that event, she kept her distance for a few months, until the event of last Wednesday, that you can read in the original post. Last thing I want to say is that I trust Tristan completely. He has never ever given me reason not to, and during all this time, I was genuinely amused at Jenny's behavior. If I'm allowed to be mean for a second, she's always given me desperate vibes, and all of this is too pathetic for me to take it seriously. Update number 1. Thursday, January 15th, 1 day after the event. My husband reported the situation to HR, including the screenshot of the message Jenny sent me. He said the HR lady was very alarmed that Jenny had a side hustle. It's company policy that employees report all other employment to the company, regardless if it's freelance work, another job, etc. The company then needs to approve the alternate employment. Jenny failed to report her primary business. The HR lady told my husband they will schedule a meeting only between HR and Jenny to hear her side of the story, and then they will schedule one with both of them and HR to resolve the conflict. Update number 2. Friday, January 16th, not be at the office today, as she hurt her back. She also unsent the message she had sent me. Like I wouldn't have taken a screenshot and a screen recording of it. Even if she's not at the office today, I am sure HR will reach out to her today, so she'll be soon aware that this is getting escalated. She hasn't tried sending a message to my husband as of right now. 10 a.m. Update number 3. Monday, January 19th. This is going to be a long one, folks, but I know a lot of people are invested, and I'm trying to be as detailed as possible. Tristan got pulled into a meeting with the regional manager and an HR person first thing this morning. They emphasized that they are taking the situation seriously. They explained that they were on the fence regarding how to proceed and needed his input. On one hand, Jenny is in breach of contract, as she did not disclose her alternate employment. On the other hand, if she had disclosed it, it would have been approved, as it's a services-based business. The manager said that they would prefer not to terminate, as the industry is becoming increasingly unstable due to trade tensions, tariffs, etc. And since it'll be difficult to hire someone to go in person 5 days a week, most people want to work remotely. The manager insisted, however, that if Tristan feels uncomfortable and wants her gone, they will comply with his decision. Tristan told them he doesn't want her fired, but he has conditions. The way the company is set up is they have 3 logistics teams, one of which is managed by Tristan, and an admin team, which handles the paperwork for all 3 teams, that Jenny is a part of. Tristan asked that Jenny not be assigned any tasks that have to do with his team. He also stressed that he does not want any interaction with her. The manager and HR agreed. Tristan made them aware of past events, Jenny trying to be too familiar and crossing boundaries. They asked Tristan if he filed a police report, or if he intended to. He replied that no, and as long as Jenny leaves him alone, that will be that. Jenny had her meeting with her manager, the regional manager, and HR. It took almost 2 hours. I like to think she got the scolding of the century. Tristan did not see her the rest of the day. After the meeting, HR briefed Tristan. Jenny will not work on any tasks for Tristan's team, and on the off chance she has to, if the other employees are on vacation, out sick, etc., she is to only communicate with Tristan's assistant, Dave, and Dave will escalate with Tristan if necessary. In order not to make it awkward for the other employees, Jenny is allowed to be in the same common spaces with Tristan, like a conference room during a meeting, or if they run into each other in the kitchen. But she is not allowed to initiate conversation with Tristan. Not even small talk. I know some of you were hoping Jenny gets fired, but Tristan is happy with the outcome, and so am I. If anything, I feel like this is worse for her. She knows his office is right across the hall, and won't be able to go bother him. She'll see him talk and laugh with other employees, and won't be able to engage. And news travel fast there. I'm sure the whole office will be aware of the situation in no time. Now for the juicy part. Jenny sent an email to Tristan and an IG message to me. 100% written by Chat GPT. I'll copy both messages here and add the screenshot in the comments. Email to Tristan. Hi, Tristan. This message was approved by HR person. I would like to begin by apologizing for my outburst last week. Neither you nor OP deserved that behavior. I would also like to thank you for your involvement in allowing me to retain my employment. I appreciate the consideration shown. I will fully comply with the conditions set forth by Human Resources. Please know that my intentions were solely positive. You are highly professional and successful, and I believed there was an opportunity for me to learn from you. I regret any discomfort or harm my actions may have caused. Thank you again for your time and understanding. Tristan replied, Thanks. All the best, the message she sent me. Hi, OP. I would like to begin by apologizing for my outburst last week. At the time, I felt misunderstood, as my intention was to support you in your job search by sharing an opportunity that has personally provided me with a strong sense of purpose. growth, motivation, and financial stability. I understand that this opportunity may not be the right fit for everyone. My goal was simply to offer you the choice. I would also like to apologize for any hurt or discomfort I may have caused regarding my closeness with Tristan. I recognize that there may have been moments when this situation felt difficult for you. Please know that there was never any romantic intention on my part. Tristan is not my type, and I would never involve myself with another woman's partner. I simply valued his company and advice. You are an exceptional woman, and I believe we could have developed a meaningful friendship. Wishing you a wonderful day. I have discussed with Tristan, my sister, and 2 friends about whether or not to reply, and they have differing opinions. Tristan said I should just ignore and block her. He said the only reason he replied is to keep the professional tone. My sister believes I need to send her a nasty message. She even volunteered to help me write it. I think I should reply similar to Tristan.